Hi everybody, Barbara Drazga here, and I'm an Amazon seller since 2015, and I wanted to share a little bit of my journey with you to maybe give you some inspiration and ideas if you're struggling selling on Amazon. So I started in 2015 with retail arbitrage, and that's usually the entry point that most people start with when they sell on Amazon. I had a great first quarter that year. It was insane. I actually sold my sofas in my living room to make room for all of the product I was sourcing locally. I'd run out, hook up a trailer to my minivan, fill it up with stuff, go store to store for like 12 hours, come home, stay up most of the night, drink a ton of coffee, pack everything, prep it, peel off labels, store everything in Amazon, and then do it again for about 2.5 months. Now, I look back and laugh now because it was a little bit insane. I made a ton of money, but it's not the way to grow a business. It's just like a pop of income for a couple of months, but then January hit, and I made the mistake of not having any product. You know, I was sold out, and I hadn't sourced past that because I was frankly so darn exhausted, it didn't occur to me to go buy product for January and February. So I had to start at ground zero again, beginning of 2016, and I knew that there had to be a better way. Now, middle of 2016, Amazon started locking down brand, putting more restrictions on brands. More competition is coming in with third-party sellers. It's just more and more sellers coming on, which is causing more competition on existing listings, which resulted in price tanking from new sellers who didn't understand that price tanking was bad for them and everybody else. And then I thought, well, okay, I'll try to do private label, and I'll go have something manufactured. And I started down that road and realized just how pricey it is to bring a container of goods in. Not only pricey, but the time lag of doing all the research, learning that process, which is a valid process, absolutely, only owning your own brand. But by the time I finally would get through the learning process and get a container in and get it in Amazon and do the marketing, I'm looking at 6 months before I have any product in the warehouse. So I needed to find a better way. And I remember thinking to myself, there has to be a better way. And that's when I discovered a method that I use that gives me consistent income in my Amazon business year-round, so I can start building out private label products and exploring manufacturing products and building my wholesale accounts. And that is product bundling. Now, I know you guys have heard a lot about product bundling. It's kind of a buzz, I just bundle products. And for a lot of people, that means something like, how many of you have done this? Go to the dollar store and you buy a bunch of dollar stuff and you throw it in a bag and you throw it in Amazon and you say, okay, where's my first sale? And nothing happens, right? And then you've got to take that stuff back. And another mistake people make is they start with just a seasonal bundle that once that product in season is gone, you can't go back and replenish it. So I found a better way to bundle. I come at a whole different approach to bundling, and it's based on these criteria, and I wanted to share those criteria with you today, so grab a pencil. So first is, I wanted to be able to test lower quantities of a product, or a product being the bundle, of a concept with a low amount of investment. And I wanted to be able to have low risk, so not buying a container of stuff, right? But I wanted to build consistent income with bundles, so looking at evergreen bundles that will sell over and over year-round regardless of the season. I wanted my bundles to be scalable, which means that if a bundle is successful during a test, I need to be able to go back and find those same items from a wholesale account, from a factory, so that I can replenish that bundle. And if it's seasonal, if it's like Valentine's bundle, I can't, I can only sell it during Valentine's, and I usually can't source it the same local places I did for those seasonal items. So another criteria is I want to control the process. I want to be able to control, okay, here's where I get these things, here's why I manufacture them. Owning the buy box is key, right? So controlling the process means I own that listing. Because I've created that listing, I have done some certain things with that listing and with that product that lock it down so other people can't hop on my listing ever. It's basically private labeling, but on a kind of a test level with low risk and low investment. I want to remove the competition from my listings, which means I create bundles that are so relevant to customers that they basically say, shut up and take my money, but they're designed in a way that no other competitors, no competitors can find where I get the products or create the custom piece I put in there to recreate my bundle exactly. So I've locked down the listing so that I own it. And then I wanted to be able to serve Amazon's customers better. Now, I'm sure you've all seen these bundles where somebody goes out and they do it the wrong way, and they throw a bunch of stuff in a bundle and put it in a poly bag and send it in, and they haven't done their market research to discover what the customer really needs and wants. You know, they haven't done deep market research on that customer. They're just trying to lock down a bundle by throwing a bunch of stuff in there, and that's the wrong way to do it because you're not serving Amazon's customers. And we all know Amazon's mandate, right? Amazon's number one priority is to absolutely thrill their customer. Customer service is number one. Now, if you bring a bundle to Amazon's marketplace that meets that criteria and that helps Amazon do that, they're going to love you. Okay, so here's what I did. I created a process on how to do bundles the right way. So write this down. I developed a process based on, first and foremost, before you ever look at product, before you ever go into a store, go to a wholesale site, anything, you do deep market research. The key is to understanding a fanatical niche market to identify problems and passions of that market. So what are the problems that people have that you can dive deep and create a solution for in a bundle? Or what passions do they have that you can feed by creating a bundle that just thrills them? Okay, competitive research is the next step. Only after you understand a fanatical niche market and you've brainstormed ideas for those markets and their problems and passions, then you want to look at who else is selling in that space. Who else is selling products to that niche market? Not necessarily the same products, or you're not going to duplicate somebody else's bundle, but it gives you an idea of what other people are doing to serve that market. And then you can look at the reviews to find out how you can improve upon that product and what's missing in that product that you can create a bundle with. And then you want to look at low quantity wholesale sourcing, and low quantity manufacturing as well. Now, there is a fallacy that you have to buy large quantities from wholesalers or brand owners or even factories, and that's simply not the case. So when you bundle, you can actually start with a dozen or 2 dozen or 3 dozen or 50 or 100 of quantity of a bundle by negotiating with a wholesale supplier and a factory to start with a lower quantity, and I can show you how to do that. And then custom piece creation, and this is key. Now, creating the experience for your customer by packaging your bundle in a way that adds to the value of the bundle, and also putting in a piece in there that adds value, like a tip sheet or a growth card or something that you put in there that locks down your bundle so competition can't recreate it. But more importantly, or as importantly, in fact, you're going to add a piece that you've created that adds value to the bundle, and where the customer says, wow, I didn't know I needed that. That's really cool. That complements the product that you're selling them in the bundle. And then, of course, off Amazon marketing. So not a lot of sellers are doing this yet, where you're driving traffic from Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and even local ads and Craigslist and OfferUp. There's so many ways that you can drive traffic. YouTube videos like reviews of your bundle and how to use this bundle for that niche market. There's so many off Amazon marketing opportunities that most sellers are not keying into. So as I went through this process and tested and refined it in the past year, I decided that other people probably are going to want to know how to do this. And in fact, I was right. As I started talking about this and telling people what I do and how I do it, a lot of folks were asking me, how can I do this? Tell me, teach me. So I created a program called the Bundle Masterclass, and it's to teach you how to create consistent year-round sales using product bundles. Now, seasonal bundles are great, and we talk about seasonal bundles in the course as well, but more importantly, it's about creating a base of sales so that if you still wanted to do RA or OA or build a private label brand or wholesale, you can do that as well. But to have a base of sales using product bundles is what we teach. And I'm going to invite you to join me and become a master bundle and learn how to bring your own product bundles to the Amazon marketplace. So go ahead and click, and I'll see you in the class.